Welcome to another edition of The Hair Does What It Wants. So I was speaking to my sister yesterday, and she asked if I was okay, that a couple of her friends had told her that my last couple of videos I seemed very depressed. And that's was shocking to me. But it made me think about and want to bring to the front the idea that I do talk a lot about the light and the shadow, of our personalities, of, the sunny, heroic tendencies that we want to bring forward, and the ones that are less appealing to us, and certainly what we perceive to as socially acceptable, that we shove back where no one can see. And I have made several videos talking about bringing all of the aspects of you to the table to be recognized, because I do strongly feel that if you do not look at your shadow pieces, and there is gold in the shadow, that it will come. If you try to suppress it, it will come out, and it usually comes out in ways of sabotage, self-sabotage, or projection, where you push it off on other people. So I guess what I really wanted to make clear is that an inspection of the dark does not mean that you are sad. It does not mean that you are a dark person. It means that you are fearlessly looking at both sides of yourself and embracing it, not judging it, not wallowing in it, but taking a good hard look at your makeup. And I would offer even further, with study and extraction, is pulling the gold out of the very things that you think are to be hidden. And I would further say that those things are the things that make you unique and probably represent what you're supposed to be doing here in the world. So it's those very things that you have been taught to be ashamed of, that the flip side of them and the meaning of them somewhere is probably closer to the gold that you can bring yourself and the world. I'll give you an example. So from the time that I'm young, I was a musician. Always performed. If grandma comes over, you play your pieces. So I grew up not afraid of performance. And then when the ego takes over, performance turns into show off. And especially if you're someone that felt invisible for a time, when you no longer feel invisible, man, you got to play the trumpet solo loud and all the time. Right? You get very, very good at manipulating the spotlight. And I can own that. When the ego runs the show, it is performance for performance's sake, for attention's sake. But when you get beyond that question of a need for attention, it becomes contribution. It becomes offering your honest testimony of what you are charged to deliver. I used to sit in front of this screen, tortured between, am I doing this for my ego or am I doing this to contribute? And then with a very deep and hard look at that, I laughed. It actually doesn't matter, because this isn't about me. It has nothing to do with me. I am the instrument to deliver the message. And with that, I got completely over myself. So what I invite you to do today is to take one element of something that you may feel ashamed of, an element of your personality that is not as socially acceptable as the ones that you regularly get accolades for, and then turn it over and see that the flip side of it is not shameful. It's not negative. It's part of your gift. And that is what I offer you to look at today. And then furthermore, to take it one step further, because this is the body of truth, take a beat when you think about those feelings. And if guilt does come, or if another feeling comes up for you, notice where it sits in your body. Just notice it. Notice where that energy goes. Because noticing it, even just the act of noticing it, will bring your attention there. And bring your attention there will start to dispel this knot that you hold that may present as guilt. So what I offer you today is don't be afraid of the dark. The dark is not bad. The dark does not mean sad. It's simply what you need to have to create the light. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow.